I'm Darren, this is Miguel. Hi. We're in the Airborne tuxedo, and we're playing a show tonight in Leeds at this place called the Cockpit, which actually looks a lot like a cockpit. Actually like an airplane hangar.
This is a place I've seen you at before, in November, and you were playing 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah.
On that tour. So, how was the experience? What was it like going around England?
It was really good, you know. Our thing is, like I said, we're a live band, you know, and our record's just kind of like this shoddy recreation of our live show, not really the other way around. So we thought the best way to, since the record was coming out, we're on this tiny little label, so we could really only afford to do like one country at a time. So we knew the record was going to come out in the UK, so we figured like the best way to do that is to just go and play in every single city that we can find.
You played in some really obscure places, so I mean, like, what was the experience like? Are there any shows that stand out for any towns?
Yeah. Some of the most obscure places were the most fun. Like Yeovil, Hale, Cardiff. Although Cardiff's not that obscure, I guess, but you know that was a great night though.
How were they memorable specifically?
They were just those crowds. They were more appreciative or something. They were just really glad that we took the effort to drive. No one ever goes through their towns.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And like the one we played in Cornwall, we played in this little tent on the beach, and there was a windstorm going on, and so like the sides of the tent were flapping.
I thought that I swear I thought it was just gonna like lift up and fly away.
Yeah.
And just collapse.
And so it was like really loud. But then we started playing, and we were louder than the wind.
The wind would fight back.
Yeah.
We'd fight the wind.
But then the crowd was really into it, and everyone got a little drunk. It was just ended up being really fun. Yeah, it was a really good time.
Oh, excellent. Now, your new band obviously to the UK at least, and when you have new bands, inevitable comparisons. Who do you yourself admire musically or in terms of aesthetic?
Wow, that was a very detailed, like, she's bringing out the fucking big gun.
I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer, so I'm good.
Are you really a lawyer?
I'm a law student, yeah.
Shit, I was doing like some transcripts in the interview, and we're gonna like read it back, and I'll be like, well, actually it's a clash. You'll be like, no, right here, you clearly said Archie's in love.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Alright. Well, Archie's in love from the clash then.
Yeah. I don't know. We all come from very musical backgrounds and tastes. I mean, everything classical and jazz, heavy metal,
Who in you,
time rock and roll.
what about your contemporaries, for instance? Is there anybody you admire at the moment who's doing something?
Oh yeah. I really love Wolfgang, and I love Modest Mouse too. You know, the thing about these comparisons though is that they're like kind of premature. Like all those bands, they did something that is really hard to do. You know, you're not really Modest Mouse until you're Modest Mouse. Until you like toured for 12 years and you put out all these great records and built this fan base, brick by brick, and that kind of thing, we have a ton of respect for, especially now, like probably more now than we did 2 years ago, about just how hard that is. So some of those, the comparisons are very flattering, but they're also really premature. We're just a new band, we just started out.
Next year somebody's going to say we sound like somebody else.
What about in terms of... Sorry to interrupt. I was just going to ask, what about in terms of less obvious influences that might not necessarily be musical? Your name, for instance, comes from a book.
Yeah, I think Philip Roth has had a lot of influence on me. Roth and Nabokov, and there's two reasons why. It's because I think Roth was talking about his rules for writing once, and he always said that you have to impugn yourself when you write, because if you try to look cool, everyone's on you, everyone's expecting it, and then it's almost like if you're just honest about like your basest desires, if you're honest about your like darkest and weirdest and most fucked up like moments, then people can relate, because like in your own head that's where you live. You know what goes on in your mind, and you know that it's not as like whitewashed as shit other people know about you. So when you write a song or a book or whatever, it's important to believe in yourself. It's important to actually point the finger right at yourself and not be afraid to be a fool or an idiot. It's kind of part of it.
Sounds like a really healthy attitude. But something to pick up on what you talk about honesty. With regards to the Pitchfork magazine review, where they gave you 1.6 out of 10, and then you guys responded by writing an open letter back. What motivated you to do so when one of the first things you say is that generally different.
Yeah, I think what we meant by that was that we generally don't like take reviews too seriously, but we took this one seriously. The idea was that we don't take every review seriously, who cares? But you know, this was the largest indie website in the country, and they were taking aim at us with just like false information, which is stupid. So for that reason, it was just kind of like we felt it was important to respond. But then at the end of the day, also, it's like it's not exactly Watergate. You know, it's just rock and roll. Like people have lots of opinions. Some disagree great. You know, you sort of like take it with a grain of salt. You're like, okay. And then if someone says you're horrible, you take it with a grain of salt. Not really. You know, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. You're just like a band. Some people that play music.
I think you were a rock journalist at some point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you were going to review your album objectively, what would you say about it?
Oh, jeez. I don't know if I could be objective about our record. I mean,
how would you describe the record yourself?
that's the thing, though. Like, it's so much easier to write about music than it is to write music. And like, somebody who takes an hour to write a review, you know, when it takes a year to make a record, it's sort of stupid, like, to make the comparison. Because it's like, they have nothing to do with music. And like, writing about music, it's like dancing about architecture, you know? It's like, actually sitting down and writing songs, it's like, more like putting out, like, your id in front of people, like, how you're, like, dream life in front of people. Whereas writing about music is just kind of like projecting yourself onto an artist, you know? Music's identity, and, you know, I think, like, music reviews tend to be more like Rorschach tests. We can usually tell like how somebody first heard about us by what they write in the review. And I mean 90% of our reviews are positive, so we're like very, very slow in that way. But if someone heard us on the radio first, they think we're one band. And if someone saw us in a club first, they think we're a different band. If someone read about us in a blog first, they think we're a different band. It's all just silly, it's all just projection. There's nothing to do with it. Like, just, you know, you're just playing music, and this whole world of music journalism and stuff it's very important. And music journalists don't know how far away they really are from actually playing music. They confuse those two things a lot. I used to confuse it too. I mean, I would also. I would have annoyed. Now, having said that, like, I really like music journalists. They tend to be really smart people, and they tend to really care about music. They don't. There's a lot of true believers. And, you know, at the end of the day, I probably sided with